Hello, hello, hello. I don't know how loud this is, as usual, because it's a new thing. I have not streamed this emulator before. Guess I might as well just say it's an emulator. Oh man, look at this CGI cutscene thing that's just going on. Nah, Omniscient's fight is not still going on. Omniscient has been regulated to an overseer of pachinko in the corner, as he deserves. How's the audio sound so far? Also, it took me so long to start because I was messing around with like, oh, there's empty space here. I could put the jar. And then I had to mess around with the jar and see which of the jars that I enjoyed. And that's why Omniscient is a pachinko man right now. Because I had to have empty space down there in order to fit the chat in on the side. Is this pachinko? Or am I thinking of like something not quite pachinko? No, it's plinko. It's similar, but different. Um, I am not going to do a red mage run. I am just gonna do whatever I feel like. Well, not exactly whatever I feel like. I'm gonna do these four. A nice balanced party. And I am going to name them after Woolseyisms from Final Fantasy III Super Nintendo, aka Final Fantasy VI. So the warrior is Pearl, and the thief is Demi, and the white mage is Aunt Dot. I should mention here that the random names that exist for each of the classes are references to previous Final Fantasy games. And for every class except for warrior and monk, there are names of both genders available. So no one in Final Fantasy 1 is strictly one gender. I mean, technically, I guess the warrior and the monk. Okay, previous as in other existing ones, because this was a remake made after various existing ones. But yeah, even though warrior and monk don't have preset female names, I'm going to assume that this warrior is a lady anyway, because that's how I roll. Right. And lastly, the red mage is the silliest name of all, Exone. The world lies shrouded in darkness and stuff. The winds die. Hello, everybody. Hello, Isa and J-Trot and Tam and Seraphie. The ocean's angry. The earth decays. You can skip this part, by the way, but I'm not doing it. People believe in a prophecy. Oh boy, I love prophecies. Oh, I'll probably order the white mage to go last in the actual gameplay, but I just wanted to make X Zone the last one that I named because it was more dramatic that way. It's the crystals. So, one disadvantage of this version of the game is that the pause screen doesn't have its own theme song. Also, I'm pretty sure that the pause screen is supposed to be transparent. I don't know why it's suddenly not. That's weird. I didn't change anything. Like I think you're supposed to be able to see the background here. In any case, alright. I'll optimize my formation in a minute. So also in this version of the game, you can adjust the window color in the same way that you can in Final Fantasy VII. So, we can make pretty windows. That's not quite right. That's kinda washed out, but Oh, I've played this game before, so don't worry too much. It's too blue. Let me get into a random fight. Well, first of all, to make sure that the pause screen's the only thing that's currently messed up. Okay, that's a little messed up. I wonder why it's doing that. Yeah, I'm gonna need to buy equipment, definitely. Anyone know anything about PSP emulation? Because it wasn't doing that thing with the screen when I tried this like the other day. What did I change anything? I don't even really know what to like look up to solve this problem. I mean, I guess it's not causing any problems, actually, but it's supposed to like, you're supposed to be able to see behind the window when you pause, and also the transition into battles is not supposed to be the way that it was. So it's just a weird inconsistency. Change window color? No, that changes like most of the window, not the background here. If this window color is that I've got right now is really unreadable, I'll change it. I just wanted to make pride flags, alright? I forgot how cheap everything was at the start. That'll change. Well, this armor is more expensive, so... Alright. Optimal will work for now, but it won't always be the... It won't always be the best option to just hit optimize. There's a church here. We cannot play the piano. There are no piano skills in this game. There we are. I guess the interface kind of spoils that there will be class things. Also, yeah, it looks like everyone's really excited to learn Protect. Anyway, we got the crystals, so we have to go see the king. Look at our shiny things. It actually feels kind of awkward to have the text on instant. Because it takes like a second to show up in the text box? I don't know. I think the crystals had different colors in the GBA version of this, but I could be wrong. Well, I guess in that case I'll just leave it that way. Oh, really? Alright. Guess it's been a while since I played the GBA version. Anyway, it's probably smart to get a little bit of experience before we go fight Garland. I mean, he's not super difficult or anything, but might as well. Oh god. PowerPoint animations. I had a digital media class in college once that taught us how to do a whole bunch of fancy things with like Word and PowerPoint. Just for the sake of teaching us how to do it. But like all of those things just make presentations worse and horrible. Like if you have a PowerPoint presentation where the text spirals into the screen and then like there's a, I don't know, an engine noise and explosions or something, that's too much. Don't do that. Do I have the cursor visible on this capture? I don't think so. Nope, I don't. Oh, it would also be smart of me to buy potions, I'm thinking. I could have done an all red mages run. I've done it before. And it is fun. Just the only problem with doing all red mages, since someone mentioned it earlier, is that you have to grind a ton around Elfland. Because it's just really expensive to gear up that many characters that can do everything. Oh, I can only buy one. Well, okay. I have one potion. I am ready. Also, it's a little weird, probably, that the reward for saving the princess is that the king will build a bridge for you? I don't know. Actually, I want to try something. Since there seems to be issues with the window opacity going on, I guess it works in a battle. Alright. I think it makes it more readable if I make it as not opaque as possible. No, I wasn't expecting her hand in marriage or anything. It's just kind of like, it's not so much that the bridge is a reward that I don't want. It's more that the bridge should be built anyway, and I shouldn't need to do something for the king to get this public works project completed, you know? Yeah, I want the windows to be easy on your eyes, but I also want them to be transcribed colors, so you know. I guess this is a good compromise. If I remember correctly, there's not a lot you can get in the Chaos Shrine. Oh, there's a bestiary button. There's not a lot you can get in the Chaos Shrine the first time around. So, I'm just gonna beat up Garland, I guess. And there's the famous line. I wish there was a blue mage and a pink mage in this game. What would a pink mage do? Garland can be hit by sleep sometimes, so I'm gonna... Yep, there we go. Sleepy Garland. Snoozing on the job. Where the job is to... I guess he's not employed. Yay, rainbows! Draw as many rainbows as you can. Bonk. That hammer sound effect is a nice one. Bonk! Get smacked. It's nice that you can hold down the button to skip through all the level up details too. Garland is dead. Hello, princess. That's not like a really long prophecy or anything. It's just like there's 4 people who will save the world, and if they don't, then the world won't be saved. It's a little redundant. Hooray! Let me... Okay. They did have a failsafe for that. Okay. I think in previous versions of the game, if you don't talk to Sarah here, you can just miss this loot, which is important at some point. You can tell it's important, because it makes a different fanfare. No, Yuza, that's Dragon Quest. You're thinking of a different RPG. It would be funny if they had Final Fantasy or Final Fantasy Minecraft also, I guess. Oh, I guess they were already working on the bridge. It's just that my reward is that the king forces them to work extra hard. I don't know how I feel about that one, King. Also, this is Cornelia and not Corneria, like it used to be. So there's that too. Anyway, we can now move on. Although, we might get owned, because things do get harder. And I should go to the inn, because I didn't get all my HP back. Also, X-Zone sure isn't getting that much max HP on level ups. Oh, I'm sure they get confused, because maybe that's why they made sure to differentiate it, just so it's not the same place that's in a different video game. I don't know. Maybe they wanted to get away from the Welcome to Carnaria joke from 8-Bit Theater. I'm sure there's still a guard that says Welcome to Cornelia, though. What does people have to say? Well, there's that. Wait, who are you? What is this? Where are you? What? This must be new to this version. Don't know who that was. I don't remember that ever happening. There's also a feature where if there's an NPC in your way, you can shove them out of the way. Basically. It takes a second, but it's there. And now, the bridge crossing has to be extra dramatic. Look at all these vague silhouettes. This is a pretty scene, though. You can skip this as well, if you want. But the music is good, so I don't like doing it. This is one of those instances of text scrolling too slowly, though. The text is scrolling so slowly that the time of day is changing in the background. Yeah, it seems like it feels like a Castlevania text scroll too, you're right. Anyway, time to go tell darkness to shoo and get out of our house, or whatever. There's the logo! Yay, logo! Anyway, whoa! Those were some black bars. There's some graphical oddities about streaming the PSP emulator, it would seem. Hello, Mars. I'll have to try running this a little bit later when I'm not streaming to see if it's just a thing when I am streaming or if there's some option I unknowingly checked. I know it's not a big deal, but the graphics are bugging me some. But yeah, you can see at this point that the enemies are already getting more difficult. As in they're doing more damage and not dying instantly. So there will be a little bit of grinding involved in this. Yep. North American Final Fantasy III SNES spell names. I was like, hey, All the spell names are 6 characters long. That's the character limit. Why not use it? I'd like X-Zone to get some more health though. I think those stats when you level up are somewhat random, although they are influenced by the class that your character is. So it's a little unlucky that X-Zone doesn't have much health right now. If I had picked 4 white mages, or 4 red mages, or 4 anything, they'd have different amounts of health between them, even if they were the same level. And slightly different stats. So that's fun. I guess characters in this game have IVs as if they were Pokemon or something. Okay, what is with these flickering black bars? It's bothering me a lot. Hello, Mohawk individual. There's pirates. That's no good. Is there anything that I changed in the options that I didn't immediately change back afterwards? I can put awful CRT scan lines on everything if I want, which is pretty funny, but I'm not going to do that. I really don't know. Nobody's bothered by this except for me, I don't think. Whatever. Back to the video game. Yeah, you know, the classic old handheld CRT televisions with Final Fantasy hooked up to them, as you do. Here's some generic pirates. You've got cannonballs of steel to be taken on the great pirate Bicky? Bicca? We'll make their bones go crunch. Anyway, there's a lot of squishy pirates here. That was I didn't realize that the dark spell made so many fart noises. I probably didn't need to do any sort of fancy magic on these people, but there's enough of them that I figure I might as well. They're not particularly dangerous, but there are a lot of them, so you know. A real-ass butt trumpet. I like that phrase. So you beat up the pirates and you get a ship. Which is pretty nice of them, really. Now then, there's a lot of stuff to buy probably, and I probably can't afford any of it, so that's fine. I can get some gloves and a shield. I forgot that there was a gloves slot in the inventory. I feel like I probably will need to grind a little bit. At the same time, I'm probably close to going somewhere that has better stuff, so I don't know if grinding here is worthwhile. I wish the ocean would stop having black bars in it. Oh boy, an ambush. Go forth, butt trumpet. It didn't really work. Mashed my mic with my hand there. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out this issue. Sorry, I'm so distracted by this one particular thing that probably nobody cares about other than me. Because it wasn't doing this when I had it open before. Like, hold on. Let's try... What if I just relaunch the whole dang thing? Nope. Alright, whatever. Why was this working yesterday? I don't understand. I hate technology. This is like my #1 pet peeve. Is when technology does nonsense. So, like, you know, I'm kind of stuck on this. What does any of this crap mean? I don't know. That wasn't it. Thank you for the bits. I suppose that could be a real ass butt trumpet. I am not an expert. What does all of this garbage even mean? Vertex cache? MIP mapping? Block transfer effects? See, the reason this annoys me so much is that literally yesterday it was fine and I haven't changed any settings in the emulator since then. And now it's broken because I'm trying to stream. See, look at that! Did you see that? There's like flickering nonsense in the ocean. What is this? I don't even know what to Google to solve this, because if I just search like black boxes or something, no one has this problem with this game particularly. Only other games with similar things, which solutions I just tried and nothing happened. So, I don't know. On that, whoop, okay. I didn't realize that was a thing. Oh, there's a speed button. Oh, that's good. On that note, how does one access the world map in this stupid game again? There's a button command for it. There it is. It's circle and select. So... Notably, in this video game, as opposed to other Final Fantasies, you can only dock your boat at ports. Also, there's encounters in the water. Like this shark, for example. Get out of here, shark. No, you're remembering the message correctly. It was selecting B. Okay, the translations... The transitions into battle would also be less drawing if this worked! I can't believe I'm having trouble enjoying a game that I definitely know I enjoy, specifically because of a minor graphical flaw that wasn't there yesterday and I don't know why it's there. I guess that shows what kind of picky person that I am. Gummy sharks? I didn't know they had gummy sharks. I guess there's a lot of gummy things. It is possible to use a controller for the PC PSP emulator. I'm doing it right now. It's a Xbox One controller, so it's not the correct branding, but it's there. Dang it. That wasn't it either, even though it says that was it. Hey, there we go. Now I can stop complaining. Good. Now this actually works. Yeah, it's probably better with 0. Maybe something like that? Anyway, stay tuned for some other graphical abnormality to ruin my day, probably. There we go, that's what's supposed to happen there. That's a noise. Really? If only you could zoom in the world map. But that could be asking for too much. It's an ogre. These guys hit hard, which could be a problem. That made it look like Ant Dot countered, but she did not. That's not a thing that happens. Oh, okay. This is the dwarf place. Where am I supposed to be going? I don't think I'm supposed to be at this port, period. Final Fantasy 1 doesn't really tell you where you're supposed to go. Because it's like an old school video game, so why would it do that? That's silly. I think fire might do less damage than just... No, okay, it does more. This background color is trans pride flag colors, actually. It is Pride Month. Pride Month is almost over, but it's still Pride Month. I've beaten the game with 4 red mages before, or I suppose 4 red wizards once you get the class change. They're perfectly fine at the end of the game. They can get access to all the like important support spells and stuff mostly. They can't get like Holy or Flare. They can't get the multi-target healing spells that the white mage can, but they can get like the multi-target protect and invis spells, which is really all you need to succeed in this game. Just spam those a lot and your characters end up practically invincible. Do you mean in terms of temperature or something else, Isa? I'm not sure what the most overpowered setup is. I mean, full-on warriors and white mage probably would work pretty well. I've done like 2 warriors, red mage, white mage, and 4 red mage. I think those are the 2 things I beat this game with. Yeah, I guess I should know that you mean temperature. I know that people have done 4 white mages before, but I'm not sure how it works because they do so little damage at the start of the game that I guess you would just need immense amounts of patience that I don't have. 4 monks is probably the worst party though. I don't think I've ever actually really used monks that much. Oh, I saw that flicker. It's still there. What? Still not as. It's not as bad. Well, yeah, you do get a special weapon that anyone can use, but that's like way late in the game. Oh yeah, there's also a lot of items that cast spells and stuff, but still, you don't get those early. So at the start of the game, White Mage doesn't really have anything they can do other than hammer and like Dia if you're fighting undead opponents. And heal each other? I don't know. There's probably more strategies. Elfheim, that's what it's called. I keep just thinking it's Elfland like it used to be. This is the part of the game where I grind a lot. Especially if I was 4 white mages. I mean 4 red mages. I keep saying white mage instead of red mage. Though I was talking about white mages on purpose a second ago. Anyway. Oh. I have not ground enough to even use these. I was hoping they would speed up my grinding, but I guess I cannot do that. So let's just get weapons instead. Alright, who's ready to fight a bunch of things in the forest near the elf zone for like half an hour? Maybe not half an hour, but probably for a while. Please get some more HP, X Zone. I believe in you. That's a much better amount of damage at least. It was a crit though. How much? We get about 210 gil. I should check the armor shop as well. There's the church. There's the armor. Might as well get the cheap parts. I didn't know teleport worked on bosses in Final Fantasy II. I never finished Final Fantasy II. I got a pretty decent way into it, and then my save file disappeared. That might have been my own fault. I don't remember how it disappeared, but it did. I have finished some Final Fantasy games. I finished 5 before. I finished 4 on the DS. I didn't finish 3 because the final boss is a pile of garbage. I finished 6 more than once. I finished 7. I didn't finish 8. I finished 9. That's about it. I finished most of the... I finished the story up to a point in Final Fantasy XIV. Crystal Chronicles I never finished, and I will stream more of it sometime. I swear I will. One time I even finished 6 without using espers for the whole run as a challenge to myself. That was pretty fun. I'd do that again, like for the stream even, but the problem with a no esper challenge run of Final Fantasy VI is that the game's already no espers for like a good portion of the time. It takes a while to get to the part where that even becomes a relevant challenge. In a no esper run of Final Fantasy VI, Setzer is the best character. Once you get the loaded dice, at least. Five can be hard. Most of the time when I play 5, I'm doing like the 4-job Fiesta challenge, so I can only use 4 jobs that are randomly assigned to me. And as of the most recent one, I had to give up because it was not fun at all with the jobs that I had. Especially since I couldn't get to one of them. Yeah, I guess Setzer does get the money throwing guild toss thing as well. I never really used that. I just used the loaded dice. And they worked pretty well. Of course, you can't get that until the World of Ruin. Still no level 3 magic for X-Zone yet. An inventory run? You mean like getting the max amount of every item, or just like one of every item? Because I know some people 100% things to the point where they max out the amount of every item that they can get. Yeah, I ended up quitting the latest run of Final Fantasy V because like I couldn't beat Omniscient in the version that I was playing because they made Omniscient immune, or at least resistant to most of the common tactics people use to get around their nonsense. And that meant I couldn't unlock the Oracle job, which the Forbidden run had given me because that was one of the gimmicks of that run, is that you get a GBA job. So then the other gimmick of the Forbidden run is that once you go into the Void, you lose one of your classes. So it came down to me just having Geomancer and Chemist, and that was it. And that was painful, and I would have to grind a lot to even finish it, so I don't really feel like bothering. I did start another run in the middle of waiting for Omniscient to run out of MP to see if that worked, which it didn't work, by the way. And that run is just at Soul Cannon, so, I mean, they're not stuck. I could probably finish that one, but I'm probably just not gonna bother. Next year, when they do the Fiesta again, I'm going to make sure to pick an option that is not frustrating. Just Geomancers, huh? I mean, it's possible, but there are a lot of bosses where the Gaia command, or terrain command, depending on your version, doesn't do jack, basically. They'd probably be good against the final boss, because I think you only use Wind Slash in Exdeath. Yeah, the Omniscient boss fight. Omniscient's gimmick is that you're supposed to fight Omniscient with magic, and if you do anything that is not magical, Omniscient casts Reset. In the Steam and iOS and Android versions of Final Fantasy V, Omniscient cannot be affected by Berserk, and is very resistant to silence and stop, so you can't prevent Omniscient from casting Reset. Oh boy, that's some flicker. That's no good. I don't want epilepsy squares every time I cast Fyra. Great. Let's try this other, slightly different option. Let's see if that does anything. Yeah, I think it's supposed to flash that way. Yeah, I guess that's correct. This is... The reason that Omniscient is important to beat in the first place, by the way, is that completing the Forked Tower in Final Fantasy V unlocks, like, the submarine, which in turn unlocks multiple dungeons. And you have to complete all of those dungeons in order to get all 4 tablets, which you need in order to unlock the classes that were first added in the Game Boy Advance version. Except for the one that requires you to beat the game. Yeah, when I asked for advice on like Reddit and stuff for the Fiesta, one person's advice was just play a better version of the game, which was frankly really not helpful at all. Other people were just like, he's totally vulnerable to mute. But, you know, not really. I wonder if there is a patch for that. That's a good question, I suppose. I feel as though this animation for Fyra might cause seizures to some people, but I wouldn't really know. I don't know anyone who has epilepsy issues. But it seems worrying. So anyway, because of all that Final Fantasy V nonsense, Omniscient is going to hang out in the corner of my stream now. He's become my mascot or something in my mind. Because he did get like 6 hours of screen time, so... Wow, okay. I was trying to run. Oh, I just noticed X-Zone has 69 max HP, nice. Yeah, Omniscient is sitting in the corner thinking about what he did. And also watching over the Plinko machine that I added there to fill space. Not that many people give me bits or anything, so it's not getting a lot of use. But X-Zone wasn't a 90s game. That's when Woolsey translated Final Fantasy III for American release on the Super Nintendo. Oh, ends don't cure poison. Okay. That's cool, I guess? Okay, you don't cure poison either. Oh, it sounds like the name of a 90s game? Yeah, it does. I think there's a game that's very similarly named to that. Where's the dang item shop? Because apparently I need to buy antidotes specifically for this problem. Unless I use white magic. Is there a white magic to cure poison in this area? Well, that's obnoxious. Time to use the inn again. Because it took off all of my HP to go to the item shop. Oh right, yeah, there is a game that's just called X. And then there's Project X Zone or Cross Zone. Which isn't a 90s game. I'm pretty sure that's a lot more recent than that. Funnily enough. I do like that meaty club sound that things make when smacked with a blunt object in this game. Yeah, I think that was a thing going around recently. X-Files theme in Major Key. I didn't listen to it. Wait, X-Zone is a status in 12? Really? Huh. I was just thinking of, like, the Woolseyism for the Banish spell in 6. So I guess 12 must have deliberately referenced that. That one song that's in Smash? Oh yeah, Tunnel Scene. Yeah, that's the one from X. I think X was the first game that Totaka's song appeared in, if I'm remembering correctly. I really hope Pyra doesn't give anyone any seizures. Good grief. Let's try Thundara and see if that is less flashy. Oh, a Tarantula. Okay. Oh, same amount of flashing, I guess. Oh boy. Don't play this game if you've got epilepsy, or at least don't use a wizard. A red wizard. With all the graphical oddities and also flashing, I'm now kind of wondering if I should even keep streaming this. I could just play it on my own time. Again, that's probably something that I'm concerned about far more than anyone else who's actually watching. Yep, that is correct. In the In the Super Nintendo version of Final Fantasy 3/6, Banish was a status that made you like invincible to physical attacks, but made you extra vulnerable to magic. Which meant that if you cast it on enemies, they were extra vulnerable to instant death magic, and X-Zone was an instant death magic. Though you could also use Doom for the same effect. X-Zone targeted every enemy. Yeah, I'll stream more of the Crystal Fuser thing soon. I just wanted to play this for a bit. Even though the beginning of this game is probably not very interesting. I still don't have nearly enough gil to do anything. Freaking Elfland, honestly. Takes forever to do anything here. Probably need a bunch of potions and like antidotes and equipment and there is a fast forward button. Oh, I got poisoned again. Time to go buy an antidote. At the item shop that's 5,000 years away. I forgot that Banish still worked on Rexall, and I wonder if they did that on purpose. The Super Nintendo version of 6 had so many bugs. Magic Evade didn't do anything. Oh, I can buy the poison cure thingy. Yeah, but I still need like 1 billion gil to buy anything, so it's kind of irrelevant. Like, how much does it cost? Oh, this is still here on the PSP version, huh? Well, alright. Rip Link. Doesn't look like there's the poison cure here. That might have been in a previous town. Yeah, I completely skipped over level 2 white magic. Because I think the other white magic shop in this town should be level 4 stuff. At least I would think so. This town is too big. Oh, Poisona is level 4? What? That doesn't make any sense at all. No, I can't use it yet, so it's not really relevant anyways. And it costs 2,500. See, this is why a party of 4 red mages at this point of the game can use expensive stuff from like every store, so they take the longest. I suppose this is the advantage of the monk. Thank goodness there's a fast forward button, I suppose. But I still need like 10,000 gil, probably. I'm sorry for streaming this, it's turning out to not be anywhere as good as I hoped it would be. I picked an expensive party. There's graphical oddities everywhere. I'm complaining constantly. Great start to the week. Oh, there's a super ogre. Whatever. I wonder how people speedrun this game. I'm sure this... Oh, got poisoned. In fact, in the interest of being silly, you know what character is not expensive at all? Monks. I'm just being silly, so I just want to see how this goes. I'm not the best stream host, I would say. That's a little bit too jarring. Let's be a different pride flag now. Alright, monks probably start out with like a staff or something equipped. Yep, they do. But monks in this game are basically, you don't need to buy any equipment for them at all, ever. Like, they're actually better without armor. Oh wait, no, you're not a monk at all. Please put your clothes back on. I guess monks aren't bare-chested anymore, so I don't have to believe they're male. Oh right. See, there's like monk-specific weapons, but they're always just worse than fists, I'm pretty sure. So it's a little silly. And it will say that armor is better for them, but it really isn't. Gotta punch tough. Gotta punch fast. Alright, King. I got the shinies. I'm gonna punch. I'm gonna bring a fist to a sword fight. Now, if I remember correctly, their unarmed attacks don't start out super amazing. Okay, actually they do. Never mind. Biff pow. The wristband on my hand changes color when I punch. Okay, yeah, if Garland drops the sword, that'd be pretty funny. Crazy Horse! I forgot about that enemy name. See, now you can see that with multiples of the same class, the amount of HP that you have does not always equal the same amount. Oops, I ran into some skeletons. That is not worth... well, maybe. Hey! Hey, Garland. Do you like to play Punch-Out? I wonder if 3 monks and 1 white mage would work. That'd be pretty goofy. I should do it. Get wrecked! Where's my arm? There it is. Garland did not drop the sword, by the way. At this rate, the next time you see me stream this game, if I do indeed stream it again, I'll probably be 3 monks and a white mage with more interesting names than Beef, Steak, Heal, and Cure, which might be unfortunate, depending on your opinion. Whenever a game gives me the option to build my own party, more often than not, I want to make a party that's really stupid. So 3 monks and 1 white mage seems right up my alley, honestly. It also means minimal grinding, because you don't need to equip monks at all. What does this bridge have to do with the prophecy? I do like punching. So, it only makes sense. Yeah, you can temper fists, that is true. My fists are forged in flame. Bathed in righteous fury, they will eliminate evil and deliver justice. And so on. As one does. Notice how my white mage, like white mage number 2, has the most max health at the moment. Also, I think I forgot to use the inn. Whoopsie daisy. Why are the stats different? I don't know, lol. That's just how Final Fantasy 1 works. They basically do have IVs, I think. Oh, there is a zoom in function. Look at this lizard. It's just a quote-unquote lizard, so it's clearly ordinary and not worth worrying about. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that there are just random rolls for each level stat increases. Because this is supposed to be based slightly around Dungeons and Dragons, like the original Final Fantasy was. Oh, now we have asynchronous EXP. There he is running away. There's no chicken knife though. Thanks for the preemptive strikes. I like when you run away, you just leave the body of your ally on the ground. I'm sure it's fine. Oh, that's a useless weapon. Black magic store shop thing. I can speak words. What sorts of white magic do we have in this town? Wherever that is. Well, here's an armor shop. Can I buy any armor? Yes. Oh, you're still dead. That's right, you have to use a different service to unkill people. So does this? Yep, it does make you worse. I forgot that people stay dead unless you use the church. Yep, and then they have 1 health, so you're supposed to use the insect. By the way, Protect and Biz stack in this game. Which I mentioned earlier. Once you can spam those, you kind of win. Hooray! Honestly, I might stop soon. I know this was a short stream and I barely did anything. But I don't really know when I will be eating dinner tonight, or even what it is. And I might want to see if I can fix some stuff with this emulation. And I'll probably start over again as 3 monks, because it's funny. But thank you for joining. I will see y'all next time. Bye.